Hi, everybody. Today is our last poetry lesson, but on Thursday and Friday, I would love for you to come up with some of your own poems with either things that I taught you this week or last week, or maybe you want to try some rhyming poems. That would be wonderful. Well, today we're going to write one of my favorite kinds of poems to write, and it's called an acrostic poem. Can everybody say acrostic poem? All right, nice job. In an acrostic poem, boys and girls, it's where you get to describe yourself using your name. So I have an example of somebody named Allison that wrote her acrostic poem. And so it looks like this. An acrostic poem, Allison. Allison is a lover of books, interested in tennis, sometimes silly, observant, never noisy girl. And notice how Allison's name is going down the side of the paper. So we have A, and then she just wrote the rest of her name. And then she wrote, Allison is A. And then she continued on with what are some of the things that she likes. Now, you can do this, or you can just do one word to describe yourself using the letters of your name. I'm going to model how I will write an acrostic poem. So let's look over here at my chart, and I'll just turn it a little bit. Okay, so my name is 9 letters long, so I just did a shortened version of my name, which is Steph, and you can't see the H down here, but I'll kind of hold it up for you a little bit later so you can see that. Maybe if I move it back a little bit. Let's try that. Oh, a little bit. Okay, so I put my name down the side, Steph. I know a lot of you know my name is Stephanie. So let me get started. Now, again, you can write a sentence that starts with each letter, or you can write just a word. And I'm going to do a little bit of both. Okay, so for S, I just came up with my whole name. So I'm going to take that S, and then I'm going to write the rest of my name. So I have Stephanie. And then I have to come up with something that starts with a T. Well, the first thing that describes me is teacher. So I'm going to go ahead and write the rest of teacher. And then I added a little bit more detail. I'm going to write teacher of first grade. Okay? So that's going to be the rest of my sentence here. So far I have Stephanie, that begins with my S, teacher of first grade, that's with my T, and now my E. And there's something that I love to do every day that describes me a little bit. I love to read. So I thought of a word that starts with E, which is everyday reader. So that's going to be something else that describes me. I like to read every day. So I'm just going to change those words around. Everyday reader. Okay? So next I have a P in my name. And one thing that I love to do is to take pictures. So again, I'm going to change those 2 words around so that I can put my P first. So I'm going to put picture taker. And then the last thing with my H, and I'll push this down just a little bit so you can see. All right, that's a little bit shadowy. Sorry about that. And the last thing I came up with H is happy, but I wanted to add a little bit more detail. So my last one is happy to be me. And then I'll add it with an exclamation point or at the end, or I'll add an exclamation point at the end. So my acrostic poem is going to read like this. Stephanie, teacher of first grade, everyday reader, picture taker, happy to be me. All right, so boys and girls, your job now is to get a piece of paper, or I'm even going to print out one of these acrostic poem writing papers. So if you have a printer at home, you could do that, or just a regular piece of paper like we've been using all week. And I want you to write your name down one side and then come up with words that describe you, or even, again, sentences. So I wish you luck. Again, I would love to see these acrostic poems. So maybe your parents can take a picture. And I hope you've enjoyed our poetry unit. I know I've enjoyed teaching it. So keep writing and keep reading. Have a good day.